YouTube? Welcome back to another video on House of Dula. I just want to give you guys an update on what has been going on with the car. Okay, so it's just been a long time since I've given any update on the car, and frankly it's just because a whole lot has not changed, so I don't have a lot of updates to give. But what we did do last video, as you saw the last video I recorded, we did a contour fan install. I've been fighting some kind of engine getting hot issues in the car. Alright man, I'm cruising here. It is a good 100 degrees outside, and I went ahead and turned off the AC because I cannot get this thing to go back down. And it's just getting too hot. So on the freeway it's getting about 208, 210 degrees. Say hi. Just say hi. Can you just say hi? A normal hi? The car's been getting about 210 degrees with the AC on when it is 100 degrees outside in traffic, and that is the most brutal situation you can ever put these little cars into. And I think with the turbo setup, it's just not going to get much cooler. The contour fans did help, and the Durali controller we're running on also helped. So it's dropped it, and it takes it longer to get up to that point. And then with the AC off, it has a much better job cooling, but nonetheless, it's still getting too hot. Hotter than I like it, but it's not overheating. I need to reiterate the fact that the car does not overheat. It's not boiling over, and when I get on it, the engine actually cools off a little bit versus getting hot. So I don't think there's nothing going on in the engine. So, all right, hey, listen. So we got to give a shout out to the winner who won the fan giveaway, Eduardo Gallardo. I shipped that out to California the next day or the day after that I posted the video. So he was right on it. If you didn't know, the catchphrase is Uno. Yeah, he's been saying that since he was pretty little. We don't know why. It's weird. Isn't it?
Don't say it to me. I'm the one who said it. Say it.
Anyway, so the catchphrase was Uno, and he was the first to guess it, and I shipped out the fan to him. So good luck to him. I hope it works out and he gets it installed and he can put it on his Mustang. Another reason why I haven't driven the car much is because the rear end on the car is loose. It's gotten some pretty loose bushings on it. We've gotten some issues now, the power we're putting down on it, especially after the dyno runs and the track time. It seems that I have knocked some rubber bushings loose. It's got polyurethane bushings on the upper and lower tubular control arms, but the bushings that are in the axle itself are still rubber, and it seems to have knocked one loose. So the back end likes to sway, so it's no bueno because of that and because of the heat. I haven't really gotten the car driven hard, and I haven't gone into boost because I don't like getting into boost when it's 210 degrees in the motor. So yeah, so the first thing we're going to be doing, next video you'll be seeing me do, or us is putting in new upper and lower control arms. We'll be putting in a better kit, probably with a panhard bar or a anti-sway. One thing I did do was take the car out to the LMR event out in Ennis, Texas, so that was pretty cool. Check out some of the clips here. I've been on a cruise now for like 30-40 minutes, I guess. I'm with the North Texas Box Body Club. We're all heading to LMR Cruise-In in Ennis, and there is probably about, I don't know, 60, 70 box bodies with us right now in one big row, front to back. And yeah, so I have been cruising, and check this out. So right now I'm running, I don't know, right around 200 degrees with the AC cranked. It's gotten pretty hot outside, and so it's still a little warmer than I want. But the funny thing is check this out, is that I was running closer to 210, and I decided to see what I'd do if I put the AC on. I put the AC on, and the temperature's actually gone down, and it stayed at 200 and hasn't climbed at all. Turning the AC off and just sitting here. Got it down to 180. So the fans are keeping it cool. Another thing that I've done to try to combat the getting too hot issues on the motor is put the stock pulleys back on. I've pulled off the underdrive pulleys and I've found myself a set of stock pulleys, and now all of them are stock. We have a stock alternator pulley, stock crank pulley, and we have a stock water pump pulley on there as well. I thought that maybe possibly the underdrive, I said overdrive? The underdrive pulleys were causing issues with the water pump not spinning fast enough and therefore helping increase my getting too hot issues. But let it be known to all of the naysayers out there that it made zero difference in the car. So that tells me that it's probably not the water pump not flowing enough water, and as much air as this thing's flowing through is probably not an air, but the motor still feels like it's getting a little bit of heat soak issue. One thing that I do want to look at that I don't have on the car right now is an air deflector on the lower radiator. I'm going to fab one up. We're going to put some sort of an air deflector on it, or some sort of a way to redirect the airflow from the bottom and create a deflection spot underneath the radiator. It kind of helps keep the air turbulence from pulling the air out and keeping it going through the radiator. So some say it's worth it, some say it's necessary, some say it's pointless. For me, it's a quick and easy, cheap test. But I think reality is that we have a turbo motor and it's super hot outside. 210 degrees is not overheating. It's not getting past 210. It stops and never goes any higher. It's just too hot for my liking. I really wish the car would run 180 degrees with a turbo, with the AC on, in 100-degree weather in Texas. It may not be possible. Alright, listen, that's it. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. There's no content right now because I have nothing really to work on. I will get the air dam made. I'm going to do some more test driving. I'm still jacking around with the tune a little bit. The car is idling really good now. We still have to get the elbow fabbed up for it. I got to take that off to a shop. I have an exhaust leak now in the driver's side header. Actually, not now. I've had it again. And if you watch back, if you go back in the very beginning of the turbo install, whenever we put the driver's side header on, I trued it up to make sure it's flat. I also ground a taper into it, and I compensated it, had to re-ground it flat again. Nonetheless, long story short, I kind of messed up this flange to the point where the mating surface on one area here, in fact it's on number 5 cylinder, I guess, is real weak and it keeps blowing out the gasket. So I have a replacement header over there from on 3 that I still need to get trued up and then get it back to the coating place to get ceramic coat put on so we can replace this header. I gotta replace this entire driver header. It's just not sealing good and it's completely my fault. It's not on 3's fault, it's definitely all on me. So I gotta get that fixed. The cooling issue I'm not all that worried about. If I had the AC off and the windows down, it stays at 180 even this heat. So it's not really that big of a deal. It's just an issue when it's sitting in traffic and you got the AC on because it's hot. But the goal here was to make a reliable driver, and unfortunately in Texas you gotta have AC, and you have to be able to keep the engine cool, the turbo engine cool when it's this hot outside, and that has become quite the challenge, I have learned. I've also put water wetter in it, and I thought that helped initially. It stayed cooler, and I thought, oh look at that, it wouldn't get over 200. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, it worked perfectly. And then I parked it, came back out, and then drove home in it, and then it creeped back up to 210 again. So it just looks like heat soak is getting into the engine. So, man, that's it. I really just haven't talked to you guys. I haven't talked to you in a long time. So, I don't know. I feel like I have to make a video. I miss y'all, man. So don't lose me yet. Stay with me. We still got content coming. And, yeah. I'll be making more videos and definitely trying to get back out in the garage, especially when it starts cooling off. We'll be hitting it hard again and getting more work done. So keep working on that box body out there, guys. Y'all keep hammering away at it. Keep working on your project. I know you're doing a hell of a lot more progress than I am lately. Most likely done a lot more done than I have sitting inside in the AC. So listen, thanks for watching, man. Subscribe. We'll see you next time.